This video contains harsh language, specifically English. Warning: the following video contains opinions, and they could even be contrary to yours. Please remember that even in the heat of the moment, it's about opinion. If you watch the whole video and you still don't agree with me, well, feel free to sound off in the comments. Just don't be a dick about it. Opinionated mates. The Nintendo Switch desperately needs games, so when we got this Pokemon Direct, I think everybody in the world was expecting Pokemon Stars. Even I was expecting this so-called Pokemon Stars. All of my sources seemed to insist that this Pokemon Stars was coming. Sources who have been somewhat correct in the past before, and somewhat incorrect in the past before. About 6 months into the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon, you're going to drop a Switch version of this game. This I know. I know a guy who knows a guy. And this is something they were somewhat incorrect on, because it turns out that Pokemon Sun and Moon are getting sequels. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Nintendo did something similar with Pokemon Black and White, if you recall. That once the 3DS had launched, they still released Black 2 and White 2 on Nintendo DS, instead of porting those games over to the 3DS, which was the brand new hardware at the time. Now they've done the same thing again. The Nintendo Switch is out, and it combines the concept of console and handheld together. What better platform for a brand new Pokemon game? But apparently not. No. We're gonna release games for the 3DS. We're still gonna release Pokemon games for the 3DS. I can't exactly fault them on their logic. I mean, the 3DS already has an installed Pokemon user base, you know? Like, there's already players for the Pokemon games on the 3DS. Everybody who bought a Pokemon game in the recent years to play on the go bought it for their 3DS, because that's all that's available now in terms of new Pokemon games, 3DS. So if you played X or Y, or you played Sun or Moon, or you played Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby, then you played Pokemon games on your 3DS. It's got a massive install base, and it makes sense for Nintendo to release Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon on these platforms. However, the Nintendo Switch is still without a decent Pokemon game. Now, I say a decent Pokemon game because Pokken, you know, the German word for chicken pox, is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Pokken Tournament Super XD Amazing End Card Tournament. I don't fucking care what it's called. It's Pokken. It's the game that I've already played before on Nintendo Wii U. I've got the Wii U version with the little Mewtwo amiibo card. That's a thought. I wonder if that amiibo card works with Breath of the Wild, in which case I can get more items every day. Oh, I should try that. I should see if the Mewtwo amiibo card works, because if it does, I'm gonna get me some extra items. I don't give a fuck. They're re-releasing Pokken Tournament on Switch. I don't know exactly what's coming in the way of extras, but you know, a story mode that doesn't suck balls would be a nice start, and maybe some extra characters. I don't know, you know, chuck Morwile in there. Go on, chuck Morwile in there, and you know what? I'll call it the best game ever made, because any game where you can play as Morwile, or there is a Morwile, is the best Pokemon game. So I guess that means every Pokemon game since the 3rd generation is the best Pokemon game, which goes against my opinion that Pokemon Crystal is actually the best Pokemon game ever made. Whoops. No, Morwile's just the best Pokemon ever. That's why I can't wait for Gen 3 to be added to Pokemon Go, then I can just have my own Morwile harem on my phone. All Morwiles, all the time. I just clicked my fingers. I wonder if that came up on the recording. Whatever. Anyway, so Pokken Tournament, not Pokemon Stars. And it would have made so much sense, you know? You got the Pokemon Sun, you got the Pokemon Moon, you got the Pokemon Stars. But no, apparently such things as Ultra Moons and Ultra Suns exist, so There you go. 2 games nobody wanted. Actually, 3 games nobody wanted, because nobody asked for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and nobody asked for a remake of Pokken Tournament, or Pokemon Tekken, as it should be known, because that's what it is. Like, no offense to Pokken Tournament, it's a fun game, and I like it, and I think the combat's good. But the story mode was boring, grinding to get unlocks took fucking forever, and like, you couldn't even play with Dark Mewtwo in the story mode, so what's the point in even having that fucking amiibo card? And, trainer customization took forever, and the items were so expensive. I mean, come on, if you're gonna port, like, Pokken Tournament over to the Switch supports Unreal Engine, so let's get some updated Tekken 7 style visuals on there, please. You know, I don't want the same crappy looking game, but looking at the screenshots, it doesn't look much better. It really doesn't look much better. So, I'm not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting much. I've already ruled out Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'll get round to them eventually. I've already got Pokemon Moon. I was going to stream that and never did. Do you want me to stream that? Do you want me to stream Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Moon, Sun, X, Y, Omega Sapphire and Alpha Ruby, and Quartz Emerald? I don't fucking know. Fuck it. It's just not Pokemon Stars, is it? It's not Pokemon Star Spangled Banner. It's not Pokemon Bruce Banner. It's the Hulk isn't a Pokemon. But that's just my opinion. What's yours?